Hello everybody, Kizilla here. Welcome back to another episode of Super Robot Wars V. In the last episode, we took on some more DLC missions. In today's video, well, we have a choice to make. Firstly, I want to show you guys something. So, I've already done the sub-orders for after the last scenario. DLC does not count for whatever reason, I don't know why. Cap? Oh, 9. What's the matter? I watched you stop the fighting. You really looked fantastic. 9? I think of it. That might have been the first time that 9 actually complimented me. Oh, and I guess I could say that at least one good thing happened to me while I was on this planet. I'm sure you can, dude. So let's see. So I do have... Like, I'll admit that's tempting to grab. I think I'll probably wait until much later to try to grab some of that stuff. But, we now have a choice to make. That's right, it's time for a route split. But with a twist this time. So, this would be the third world that the Yamato's been to. For simplicity's sake, I'd like to assign the worlds the following names. Firstly, we have a version of Earth in which the seas evaporated. That would be New Correct Century Dimension. We fought the Martian successors in the AD Dimension. This one will be referred to as Universal Century Dimension. So, in CC, AD, and UC dimensions. Now I think it's time I briefed you on this world. Much as their own world, the world of the UC dimension has had its own one-year war, though our histories are quite different. And in this world, it was 17 years ago, or 2 years before the war, that the invaders came. What? Oh, it would be the hostiles Ryoma fought. Well, it does seem a bit strange that someone from the UC dimension would have never heard of the Red Sea. I do believe we have a more than satisfactory explanation for this inconsistency. Please continue, Captain Testarossa. Humans assembled a robot army to repel the invaders, finally exterminating them in a decisive campaign on the moon. It came to be known as the Lunar Conflict. That must be where they used the Getter robots. Indeed, Yamanagare fought in the Lunar Conflict, becoming something of a legend. But just as the fighting ended, he was imprisoned for the murder of Dr. Saotome, a Getter Ray researcher, though he claims he's innocent. Well, 2 years later, a group of space colonies sued for independence from the Earth Federation. Side 3 called itself the Principality of Zeon and declared war. So that's how it began. And a key element in the fighting was a new sort of weapon geared towards mass production: mobile suits. Zeon, having already begun development on their suits, gained the upper hand at war. However, the tide turned in the face of the sheer strength of the Federation. Of course it did. The same thing happened in our world. Zeon lost. But it was at this point that a critical historical divergence occurred in the NCC dimension. See, in the closing stages of the war, Zeon had seen the loss of Solomon, a key strategic point, and Dr. Saotome had fomented insurrection on Earth. Wait just a minute. I thought Ryoma Nagare had already killed Dr. Saotome? It was revealed later that he'd been turned into a host by the invaders. Wait, are they parasites? Invaders have the ability to infect their surroundings. It's true for both organic and inorganic material, which makes for a very likely explanation. I think I get it. The ones we fought on Onsalatus must have melded with the surrounding mecha. The Federation had devoted most of its strength to fighting off Zeon, which left Ryoma to conclude matters. He fought single-handedly in his Getter robot against Dr. Saotome's force. However, in the midst of the battle, it was discovered that the invaders had not been exterminated after all. Faced with a rather dire situation, the Earth Federation plotted a speedy resolution. A Deuteron missile aimed straight for the invaders' gathering point, Dr. Saotome's lab. And as the weapon made contact, the Earth crumbled under the weight of a calamity heretofore unseen. The second impact. But why second? What better name for an explosion so like the meteor impact that gave birth to our own moon? We are still unsure as to its cause, but its effects shook the Earth to its very foundations. One of those is the corruption of every existing sea. That would explain the Red Sea. While the dimensional quake did manage to destroy the missile, it also managed to release the Getter rays stored in Dr. Satome's laboratory, scattering them across the planet. The damage was incalculable, and after which, Ryoma Nagare became a ghost, according to the records. I see. But according to this world's timeline, the dimensional quake caused him to transport into a world more than 10 years after. So the Red Sea thing did happen after he left. But what exactly are Getter rays? They're a variety of cosmic ray. Some say they have the power to hasten evolution. As one later put it, Getter rays, they do things. As I like to put it, it's the power cosmic. I don't gotta explain shit. While they can be used as a power source, overexposure to them is wholly destructive, ecologically and biologically. Being the authority on Getter rays, Dr. Satome's death put a halt to any research on the subject. So the planet is hit by the second impact and Getter rays. Did that end the war? Zeon, despite losing their leadership with the defeat of the Zabi family, still had more than enough strength left to move the war to its end stages. The Federation was spending a great deal of effort towards restoring the Earth, allowing anti-Federation forces to consolidate their strength. In 13 years after the war, they created first as a means to aid in the restoration, the Elite Titans had taken an increasingly brutal stance towards the colonies. The internal spat became known as the Grips conflict, while Neo Zeon had reorganized under Haman Karn. So began the first Neo Zeon War. With Haman's defeat, the torch passed to Char Aznable, sparking off the second Neo Zeon War. The same wars happen in our world. Some of it is much different. Yes, and they even have the exact same names. Now that happened at different times here. The Second War saw the Federation at a severe disadvantage, but by using a team mainly comprised of Gundams, the Federation managed to secure a somewhat symbolic victory by destroying the Neo Zeon leadership. But Neo Zeon's held on to a lot of its strength, which means it's only a matter of time before the fighting starts again. You couldn't be more correct. Neo Zeon is currently laying the groundwork for its final battle with the Federation, all united under Char Aznable's banner. He's MIA in our world, him and Amuro Ray. Yes, though Commander Amuro escaped to a parallel universe, he is still alive and well. There's no reason why the same wouldn't be true for Char Aznable. So the Red Comet is still alive, eh? Maybe this world can help us answer some questions we have about our own. Meaning, what exactly? We're not sure whose fault it is, or if there's anyone to blame at all. However, a good deal of the 10 years that spanned Char's rebellion, the Second War, is lost to us. Indeed, to us it's almost a century in the past. Not an attractive subject to many, aside from a few historians, which of course leaves us in our current situation. We are aware of the actions of the Neo Zeon remnants in those 10 years, and the major terrorist incident afterward. I see. Emi? I know. I will not mention the Mufti incident here. So in this world, Neo Zeon is winning the war against the Federation. I don't know if it can rightly be called a war. At the root of it all, the 1-year war was a war for independence from the Federation. And because the Federation got the upper hand, the later conflicts could be looked at as a way of settling the bad blood from the 1-year war. It's all so sad. Now the fighting between Zeon and the Federation is coming to an end. Ever since the Axis drop failed, it would be more direct, trying to take the Earth by force. 15 years of built-up hatred, delivered in the shape of total war. In our world, it was the Jupiter Empire. Mythos started as a private military brought in to prevent local conflicts. But we worked with the Federation in the face of what seemed to be an indiscriminate attack from Zeon. You must have known your chances wouldn't be good. One doesn't fight in order to lose. I know exactly what you mean. Which means the Red Earth is bound to succumb to human infighting. Fears and months turn ill will to hatred, and when it finally boils over, you could hardly call that war. though blame of some of it can be placed at the feet of the Federation. The rumors of atrocities they committed, the Titan's image as a space noid extermination squad, we haven't forgotten that. The Federation's captain spoke of Londo Bell in the last battle. Who were they? An independent group within the Federation. Headed by a special forces unit, they played a major hand in securing victory in earlier fights against Neo Zeon. They aimed to bring wars to a close in the early stages while avoiding excessive collateral damage. Among them are Commander Amuro, Judao Ashta, and Hathaway Noah. They're also the ones Mytho finds itself in direct cooperation with. Though there are some out there who haven't lost their heads with hatred. Perhaps there's still hope. Possibly, there's talk of them being better used under the direction of the regular army. I would propose we touch base with Londo Bell before taking any further action. Sure, they would be of great service to you. So, ordinarily, I would actually take a look at both routes and show them off to you, to all of you. However, this is one of the 2 route splits in the game that I am not going to be doing that. Instead, and you see the reason why is because the events of both are generally the same. You get the exact same units no matter what, but only one route has more secret requirement points, if you would, along with having some easier SR points. No, seriously, like, it is insane just how... Like, it is just insane how much easier one of these is. So, we're gonna go with we don't need any help. If we're going to find out more about this world, I believe it would be best to work independently. I'd have to agree with Commander Okita. We have no reason to distrust Londo Bell, but it would be best for everyone if we stayed out of the feud. You're right, jumping into the fray with this level of firepower would cause problems. Understood. Mytho will handle supply for the time being. Are you sure? No need to even ask. Though our base being on Earth, we'll be coming to the planet's surface. So we'll be seeing this Red Sea with our own eyes. About this Gamillans situation. I'm glad to work with you on the counterattack. If you don't mind me asking, consider it repayment for helping us in our fight. Our fate is intertwined with the Yamatos. Until we can all get home, we should think of ourselves as allies. You have the deepest gratitude for both me and my crew. The message we intercepted in the previous battle stated that Gamillan forces arrived here 3 days ago. We need to settle this before they drag this world into chaos. Help is more than welcome, but it wouldn't do to drag them too deeply in our fight. But if the Federation knew about this... Again, you do not lose any units depending on which route you take for this one. The events are generally the same, it's just that one has better SR points and more secret points. So firstly, now that we have taken a route split, and we actually have access to sub-orders for this one, after you choose whichever route you want to take, you can do another set of sub-orders. Just because, for whatever reason, choosing your next route split counts as going through a scenario. Finding yourself 10 years in the future must knock your socks off. I guess. I'm still me, though. I just wasted energy on it. You sure? There's gotta be people you want to see. It's literally in the past. I mean, who would I want to see? Especially since it sounds like the old man bit it in that battle. It can't be coincidence that we all ended up here. I'll just stick with you for now. And that would have sounded perfect coming from a cute girl. Hey, it was hard for me to say it. But thanks. Glad to have you, Ryoma. He's inactive for now. Going to be about our timing. What's the deal, 9? Nothing. It's nothing. I want to have faith in you too, Tetsuya. Okay. Tetsuya's getting caught soon. So, with that done, this next one's going to be a bit interesting with what we have to do. As such, I am going to be saving I also did upgrade a few of our units, namely the new Gundam, the Strike Freedom, and let's see. Oh yeah, the Arbalest. And I was going to upgrade the Vilcus, but I don't have enough cash for that, I think. Yeah, I don't have enough cash to fully upgrade it. Okay. Let's move on. Atmosphere descent sequence ready. Walter Didanon, Ptolemaio Su, and Adesico report no problems. A red Earth. Seems like collapse is approaching on this planet in a different form than it is on our Earth. And in a war between Earthlings, no less. I beg to differ. Kodai, this is between Earthlings, between human beings. There's got to be a way to reach an understanding. I know how you feel, but it's not working out that way. Yeah, but either way, we've got no business intervening in a war on this dimension. The balance of power is thrown out of whack as a result of our presence. This mutual annihilation may end up accelerating. This is different from when we tried to use Yamato technology to attack the Martian successors. That's right. The idea that we have to just stand by while all of Earth crumbles at the hands of Earthlings. That's enough, Kodai. First and foremost, we need to get through this alive. We need to get to know this place firsthand. You will have plenty of time to decide what to do after that. Understood. Now, we're going to descend to Earth. Roger. Atmosphere descent sequence starting. The red Earth. Who knows what we'll encounter down there? Scenario 23. Red Seas and War-Torn Lands. Red Seas, just like they look from space. This truly is the blood pond of hell. That's really insensitive, Saburada. It was Kurz who said it. This sea would fit perfectly in hell. Now let's get out here. What? That's what we need to do to experience this world firsthand. Am I thinking exactly? While we check the status of the Tuatha De Danann, send word to those who wish to can embark. So, these are the Red Seas, eh? These seas aren't just red, they're also dead. There's not a single sign of life in them. That's right. There are no living things inhabiting those waters. The Earth's ecosystem was completely contaminated by both the second impact and Getter radiation. I confirmed it with my own sensors. There aren't even any microorganisms in this water. And I was thrown into the world of the NCC dimension. I had no idea this had happened. And it's not just the seas. A large number of Earth's cities have sustained damage. It's the same in Japan, where I'm from. Seeing all this doesn't exactly put me in the mood to go on and on about our world. The Earth of our dimension is dying as a result of fighting between Earthlings. All just so sad. I'm sorry. I know you're all not here by choice. I shouldn't put this dark mood of mine onto you. Do you have a minute? Huh? Me? I've been so busy that I haven't introduced myself properly. I'm Lieutenant Commander Shiro Sanada, Executive Officer and Technical Officer of the Yamato. You've gotta be kidding. Executive Officer Sanada's hitting on a woman? Don't go equating his personality with yours. If something like that actually happens, I will reformat my memory. I'm Kaname Chidori, serving as a tactical advisor on the Dadan. I heard all about your prowess with all things mechanical from Tabia. Can I have a minute of your time? I'd like to hear about the AS, which seems to be a special technology out of all technological systems of this world. I'm really just an ordinary high school girl. You wouldn't be interested in what I have to say. Even the stuff I told Tabia about Gundams is just some gibberish off the top of my head. Oh, when it comes to scientific inquiry, gut feelings are important too. So please. I'm sorry, Lieutenant Commander. Chidori has a mithril meeting coming up, so we have to go. Is there a meeting scheduled today? The truth about you is top secret. We have to protect that even from our allies. I understand. Please excuse me, Mr. Sanada. I hope we can talk again. Kaname Chidori, along with I, Sergeant Sosuke Sagara, will now take our leave. Man, he's taking his role as Kaname's protector way too seriously. Not even letting Exo Sonata to talk to her. Actually, I'm a little jealous of her. You said something just now? No, nothing. So his name is Sagara? That's right, why? Yosuke Sagara and Kaname Chidori, eh? Lieutenant Commander Sonata, we've received instructions for the units that landed to come back. An enemy attack? We got a rescue request from the Federation forces. Alright, get all units back ASAP. Oh wow, that is... Those Zeon bastards! Running around doing whatever they please! That Dubin Wolf. Rakan Dakaran! Izan Gable. Long time no see. Unfortunately for you, it looks like we've won. Don't be so quick to declare victory. This is Commander Otto Midas, member of Londo Bell and captain of the Nahel Argama. He will protect you from here on out. Damn it. I can't believe that the nearest allied force was the Londo Bell. Stop your complaining, Jared. Beggars can't be choosers. This is Commander Yazan Gable of G-Hound. We appreciate your cooperation. G-Hound. Special unit under direct command of GHQ. You can bet that those guys are also having a tough go of it given Zeon's superior resources. All units will attack Neo Zeon in collaboration with G-Hound. Dryzars and Ikoas will handle forward action. Onside Ride, support the Unicorn. Yes, sir. Anagar Links, we're giving you the Unicorn. We have no choice. Don't get shot down no matter what. Don't worry, dying isn't on my wish list either. Alright, Banniger. We'll be here. We will be there too. Onside Ride, I'm sorry to cause all this trouble. Hey, don't worry about it. You're a civilian. There's no need for you to overdo it. Still, I'm the only one that can operate the Unicorn. Ardeus Beast, head of the Beast Foundation, and my father. I haven't seen him since I was a kid. On Industrial 7, he entrusted the Unicorn to me. The ability to protect Audrey. That's the right attitude. You'll be well protected by us soldiers. That white Gundam. That's the Unicorn, eh? As long as we're not hit with stray fire from it. That kid Trudao doesn't seem to be on the Nahel Argama. Khan Dakaran, don't let your guard down. For the sake of the commander, we cannot allow defeat. Those damn guards. Is dripping themselves in the prestige of the Red Comet. Rakan, I'm leaving the front to the Rommel unit. Ground fighting specialist called Desert Rommel. I think we're in good hands. Alright, all your dreaming ends now. You think we're gonna let a bunch of space noids beat us right here on Mother Earth? Be careful. Their mobile suits may look old, but on the inside they've been tuned up. Their fighting ability is on par with cutting-edge suits. All units, commence attack! Let's stop Neo Zeon right here and now! I'm gonna do this. For Audrey! So this SR point is much harder than it would be in the other route. So what we have to do is we have to defeat either Rommel, Rakan, or Angelo in 4 turns. Meaning either you, or you. However, we do not get reinforcements until after we defeat one of them. So if we want to get the SR point, we're going to need to play this carefully. I would highly recommend trying to go for Rommel. This is the first, maybe last time we fight alongside Londo Bell. I'm really gonna enjoy this. Do your worst, Zeon! Try your hand against the great Yazan Gable! Now, in terms of secret points... So, this stage has 2 different secrets you can work towards. Titan points, which requires us to have Yazan defeat 1 enemy for a point. Jared needs to defeat 1 enemy for a point. And if they both defeat an enemy, you get a 3rd point. In other words, these guys are actually secret units. Much like what I mentioned in the Black Mydine stage, Londo Bell, their parent organization is AEUG. You could turn on the Federation at any time. Akrakan, Lila, Mawar, here I go. I'll fight for the Earth. For the sake of the Earth, I'll live through this and emerge victorious.
バイアランならどんな敵でもこいつでとどめだ
Now, if we do manage to get enough points by a certain stage, they will join us. But that stage isn't for quite a while. I'm skipping you because I don't want to accidentally give any kids watching at home the wrong ideas. So if you are a kid and you're watching this, firstly, I am sorry for my language, and secondly, what are you doing watching this video? Look sharp, Conroy! You too, Captain. ECOAS is a group of specialists who can fight on Earth, the colonies, asteroids, and anywhere else. That simply isn't an option until our duty has been done.
未だ一年戦争を引きずっているとは好きだらけだな
Yeah, you're gonna find that a lot of Gundam units are gonna be available to us within the next few stages. Though I much prefer other real robots. For example, one of my favorite series is actually in the next game. And that's just because, like, I'm really interested by the lore and stuff. So let's see. Let's use the beam saber to take you out. Ooh, you have spirit! I won't use it yet because I don't want to. Alright, Captain. Let's show these Neo Zeon bastards the power of the Tri-Stars. Gundams aren't the only mobile suits in the Federation. Let's give these guys a taste of the strength of these Justas of ours.
執念は買うがそれだけではな
Alright. So that's another enemy down. Keep in mind, we have to defeat Rommel for the SR point. Which is going to be absolutely insane because right now we cannot lose a single allied unit or else we fail the mission. And personally, I don't want to lose the mission and we start from the beginning of the stage because that will actually cost us the chance to use or to gain an SR point. So I'm going to save mid-fight right here and let's end the turn. I'm pretty sure Izan and Jared are from Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam. The Double Zeta, which is what Trudao is piloting, is from a later series. Or I believe the sequel series to that, which is... I want to say it's called Double Zeta. Oof, that was a direct hit. The Nahel Argama, I'm not sure which series it's from. Again, I have not watched a lot of Gundam. But I do know that the Unicorn Gundam is directly from Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn. Or the Unicorn entry. Which is a really interesting choice for this stage, but at the same time, it does be a surprisingly good unit. Like, I know I stuttered a bit there, but it is just flat out a good unit. Alright, so let's, like, I'm gonna be able to show off all of this stuff on... Well, hopefully I can show them all off in the future. So let's see, well, now I'm a bit worried. Okay, yeah, you're going that way. So in this case, whenever you fight, Rommel, you are going to need to make sure that you use your spirit commands wisely because this guy is a boss. The fact that they put 3 boss units on this stage is insane. And of course, Jared doesn't really have a good spirit command pool. I'm not even sure if he'll hit it. I'm not even sure if he'll hit him. Also worth mentioning that most bosses will have either HP or energy regeneration, if not both. Yeah, as you can see, like, we are able to do a good amount of damage, but... Christ. And the fact that we have to do this within 4 turns is... insane to me. Alright, so it's turn 2. Again, I'm going to be playing this very carefully. Let's see. So you do have Excel. So, let's do that, and then... Like, the only issue that I have is the fact that we... so let's see. So I can use the Fedayeen rifle. What is that name? I thought that was Fading, but... Fedayeen? Is that just like a crappy translation, or is that the actual name? Any Gundam... Anybody that's got a good amount of knowledge with Gundam can tell me in the comments. Anyways, let's use the Tri-Star formation. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use both of these to make sure.
Londo Bell.
Yeah, Christ, this is gonna be a really hard battle. Okay, attack sequence. I can deal with this. I've come all the way to Nahel Argama to tie up loose ends, only to find that the carnage is still going on. And I'm gonna get the job done. As part of Londo Bell, I'm gonna really let Zeon have it. I don't care. Dude, I just want the SR point. Okay, we've got him under... Okay, so we've got him, like, under half health. Let me think. Oh yeah, by the way, so... For the points, you need to make sure that you don't have them... Or that you don't let them get... Or that the enemies that... Let me try this again. In order to make sure that the enemies that they are fighting actually count for the point, they cannot have a... To put it simply, they cannot be taken down by a support attack. It's not only Audrey who's on the Nahel Argama. Hakia and Mikot are on it too. There's somebody I can fight by protecting. I won't hesitate to pilot the unicorn. Oh wait, is the Nahel Argama from the unicorn entry? Like, I'll admit, a lot of my issues with Gundams early on is that a lot of them tend to look the same. Like, at the very least for the protagonist Gundams, and I get that it's supposed to evoke Amuro, but at the same time, it's like, am I actually going to have to like, at the same time, it does legitimately make it difficult to figure it out. Oh yeah, that's right, I brought you back in. You can recover in there. Anyways, it's time to see what this battleship can do. To be sure, that unicorn really does pack a punch. But can a single mobile suit actually change the course of the war? I don't know, can it?
直撃しなかっただけ儲けものだ。一年戦争はもう終わったことを教えてやれ。
But at the very least, the point requirements for both Jared and Yazan are very simple. You just need 2 depending on which route split you choose, or 3. Yeah, so it's just a difference of either 2 or 3. And this stage is perfect to give you both, well, all of the requirements that you need. Though I'm not too sure if they count before you show up. Okay, I can do this and persist, but it sucks that I'm not guaranteed to hit him. Honestly, the fact that Yazan has Foresee is a very good thing to me. Because that means at the very least he can guarantee himself or an ally to dodge. So let's evade with you, in order to make sure that we have as low a chance as possible of getting hit. This guy is getting annihilated, by the way. Alright, so how much health do you have? Yeah, you didn't get hit once. So let's see. So yeah, you only have 0 in and flicker. Alright, we do have a map attack, which is a good thing. Of course you dodge. Wait, we're almost out of... I did not realize we were almost out of energy. Oh my god. And persist like usual. Okay. It's only turn 3, which means we should be able to get it. So let's do these, in order to make sure that we get this. How in the... He is so low. Let's just do this to make sure we actually kill the guy. Yes! That's our SR point. Damn it! I can't believe they beat me to the punch! You guys will have to take it from here. Yes! A whole enemy section has crumbled! Captain? Enemy reinforcements are coming! What? There's the other source of points. What the hell is that disc-shaped ship? It's gotta be a new Neo Zeon model. The quad wing we fought on Industrial 7 is here too. Looks like they followed us to the Earth's surface. Captain, there's more coming! A message from the Tuatha De Danann. They say they'll give us protection. Captain Testarossa, we heard that you'd vanished without a trace. Good to see you too, Captain Otto. I'll fill you in on the details later. There's one more ship. That must be a Mithril ship. If a submarine can fly through space, so can a normal above-water ship. Commander Okita? No questions about it. That's a Gamillans ship. So they've joined forces with Neo Zeon. The idea that aliens from another world would take part in the war here. Commander, this is... Kodai, don't just put out every detail. Everyone, my only objective was self-defense. I had no intention of intervening in this war. However, since Gamillans has joined Neo Zeon, I have deemed it our responsibility to face them and defeat them. Responses have come in from Sumeragi and Captain Hoshino saying that they are in agreement. It's just as you heard, Captain Testarossa. We are going to join the fight here. Understood. Your cooperation is much appreciated. Kodai, dispatch the mobile units. Roger. All mobile units taking off! Alright, so let's see. Now you guys know how it is. Yeah, let's go with the Arbalest, and then... let's go with the Vilcus. Captain Otto! It's a relief that you're safe, sir! To Dow and Hathaway! It's good to see you, Captain Otto. Captain, that's... Amuro Ray, no question about it! That's the clincher! Now we can definitely do this! The Red Comet can come back to life for Neo Zeon, the White Meteor can come back to life for us! The rescue forces for the Federation have arrived, eh? If only we'd gone here a little earlier, we could have avoided all this trouble. Alright, let's just focus on downing that new Gundam. Here they come! I'm not letting you get away, Gundam! Merida, don't be reckless! Master, I'm doing this for you first and foremost. I'm doing it for my sake as well. With this single shot... What's this feeling I'm getting? Oh boy. The horn just opened. What's with that Gundam? Wow, that kid just invoked destroy mode again. Again with that? Get back in position, Merida. Roger that, Master. What's with that Gundam? Jared, you felt that too? That Gundam is different somehow. There's something ominous about it. Two of us have both gone up against Gundams a bunch of times. I think we've developed a sensitivity to them. I hear that thing is something like a time bomb. I wonder when it's gonna explode. That new Gundam! It's amazing! They actually built that baby while we were away! That's... What's the matter, Setsuna? I can't quite explain it, but there's just something about that mobile unit. Setsuna F. He sensed the danger posed by that Gundam too. All units, we are now going to unite with Londo Bell in fighting Neo Zeon, which has joined forces with Gamillans. It's imperative that we make it through this so that we can get back to our respective worlds. Roger! Now that it's come to this, it's time to put up or shut up. Vinegar. A unicorn. All this power in my hands. Alright, now we can just take our time with this stage. So let's see, how do we want to... Now keep in mind, there was attack point bonus here if we deployed Beecha, in which we'd have to defeat 3 or more enemies with him. And it would have given us 200 attack points, but I'm not gonna do that. Also, that Merida person has her own secret points, but, well, it's not just for her. Like, I'll just spoil that right now. It's not for recruiting her specifically. Joining forces with aliens and like that. Neo Zeon really intends to destroy the Earth. What meaning could there possibly be in repeating the same conflict over and over again? Good question. Anyways, so the reason why I deployed Judao specifically for this stage is because he's part of this bonus. We can gather up what are called Merida points. And essentially, what they do is they allow us to recruit a unit later on, just like with the Titan points. And to get those points, we need to have Banagher attack Merida, Judao attack Merida, and Banagher defeats Merida. If you can do that, great, fantastic. But keep in mind, if you lose Banagher, Dizon, or Jared, you lose the stage still. So let's see. Let's move Sasuke forward. You're wondering why I'm using him so much. It's because I want to make sure that I rack up enough kills with him. Okay, so he's got 28 right now. I think I should be able to get all the kills that I need. It's they did not get to snipe from here. According to Commander Okita's predictions, a Gamillans fleet of significant size is heading this way. With these emotionless aliens added to the picture, it's very possible that Neo Zeon tactics will head in an even more extreme direction. Yeah, no kidding. Of course, I can't exactly take it on land, which, I'll be honest, I am so annoyed by that. As you can see, we have unlocked some new moves, specifically the NTD attack sequence, which, well, we'll learn more about that in the next stage, I promise that. Okay, and then you, and then... yeah, that's everybody. Okay. Now, thankfully, we don't have a time limit for the rest of this stage. We just have to beat them all. As such, that is exactly what I am going to be doing now that we actually have the SR point. And there were... oh, and by the way, there are a lot more chances for Merida points than Titan points. I'm not kidding about that. Judao Ashta, I'm glad to see you again. The old fogey who was with Glemmy. You sure are a stubborn one. Well, there's no way I'm cashing in my chips without undoing the humiliation that you handed me. Wow. Even here there are people who want to brag and drag their emotional baggage onto the battlefield. Judao is targeting you specifically, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Like, what do you want to do? Okay, so yeah, this Jigen's about to run out of energy real quick. Anyways, Sosuke should be able to get a bunch more kills on this stage, hopefully. I mean, I did upgrade it, which should increase the Lambda Driver abilities. The Gamillans. I never thought they'd intervene in this war, even if it was a matter of life and death. Well, they'll beat them at their own game, if only to stop the fighting between human beings. Well put, Captain. Okay, so here's the thing, right? I also have this game on my PS Vita, and I'm getting... like, I'm just so used to being, like, super overpowered because I've been through that game a bunch. Come on, Sosuke, you don't even... doesn't even have the fucking... Anyways, so let's move Banniger over to here. A new Gundam! That'll make a worthy prize for us. What is this sensation that's surging through me? Apparently that pilot is pretty much a novice, getting overwhelmed by a foreboding feeling like that. Don't be so rude, it's just my tremendous hostility toward Gundams. Why? Oh. Oh my god, Banniger. Alright, so let's gain you for emergency retrieval. Alright, here's what I think I'll do. I will move all of you in. Move you over this way. And then... I can move Judao over to here. What's the sensation? Is it coming from that pilot? He's stopped cold. That guy must have a death wish. Oh, you're kidding. I didn't come all the way back here to be killed. There are so many people I still want to meet. There are so many things I still want to do. He doesn't care, dude. Or rather, she doesn't care. Anyways, as long as we make sure that Merida gets defeated by Banneker, we'll get 2 more points in 1 battle. Perish! Don't really, please. Got enough on my plate as is. I don't want to use these secret points. Okay, that's a lot of damage. Who do you think you are? This guy's trying to horn in on us. Do I know you? Don't get so familiar. You're way too formal for the battlefield. Just answer me. I'm Judao Ashta. Judao? The one who failed Her Excellency Haman Karn. Gundam pilots. They're all enemies to me. What did he do to you specifically, lady? Anyways, let's see. We can use Volley of Fire on you. Let's see. We can use Funnel Missile on you. Which, yeah, that definitely did a lot of damage. Alrighty, Amuro, let's, hang on. Crap, you don't have Spirit. Okay, that sucks. Yeah, let's do this. I heard that Neo Zeon has more military power than it did during Axis Drop. Star, still intent on continuing to fight, are you? Yeah, I'm just gonna skip this because... Get this! Even this is copyrighted. The Super Robot Wars remix is copyrighted. So let's see. I can use Spirit from you. But yeah, on my Vita, I have a lot of, like, I have way more attack points than cash, to the point that, due to how many times I've played this game on it, I can kind of just max out every pilot and every mecha and just not have to worry about it. Okay, so let's take you out. Let's see. Now, what do we want to do with the build kit? You know what? Sure. Let's have you attack. Let's have Angie attack that guy. And then I can use Phantom 01 on you. Now, here's the question. Do we want to use... No, that won't do anything. In that case, I will come here. And I can use this to hit you hard. But unfortunately, and yeah, I'm just gonna keep you guys in there. Oh, he got hit hard. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. I wasn't expecting Kira to get hit that hard. He's been activated. Yeah, that is very much an intuition moment. Because my goal is to try to make it through this with as few, defeats as possible. So, Vertical Slot should take out this guy. We are just one, I'm pretty sure I gave Proud Ace to Maito, so we should be one score away from getting him up to Ace. Okay, another C's been activated. I'm not sure if this will kill from Maito, but... Okay, so it does. And we got his Ace bonus, which increases attack points by 100% at the end of each stage from the skilled president. And that is a very good thing, considering how Maito is a very useful unit here. Gundam, you've revealed your true self. You in that mobile suit. You're the one who was called Merida on Industrial 7, right? That kid from back then? You're the pilot? Look, just stop fighting immediately. We've got civilians in here. I'm a soldier. I'm just following orders to bring down that Gundam. The fact that you keep doing things like this is the reason this conflict keeps dragging on. Never expected Mazinger to get so pissed. Anyways, you didn't hit him at all. And Maito is defending from this attack from the battleship. Wait, do you have HP re- Oh no. Oh no, she has... Oh no, she has HP regeneration. Oh, this is gonna suck. Wait for me, Lena. Play 2. I'm coming to see you. You can count on it. For that reason as well, there's no way I'm dying in a place like this. Okay, but she's got fucking HP regen. You expect me to actually not be angry about that? Oh. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna move you up so I can use Lambda Strike. But man, that sucks. Okay, so she is almost down. Can I do it? No, I cannot. Okay. Maybe I can move Amuro into range? No, I cannot. Okay. Well, not from there. Where? Okay, this is... slightly annoying, not gonna lie. And I don't have anyone with... You have Mercy. If this all goes well... She should be left at... Okay, I think that's enough, enough HP to leave her at. For Banniger to take her out? Right? Right?
4枚羽のモビルスーツデストロイモードなら
Only one way to find out.
やってみせる
Okay, yeah, we definitely got it. That animation is awesome. And he leveled up and got Bullseye, which... Okay. Huh? I can't be defeated now? Merida, retreat. We'll take it from here. But... that is an order. Not letting anybody die in a place like this. Roger. Merida Cruz, retreating. Good luck, Master. It was that Merida I saw on Industrial 7 who was riding the green mobile suit. So it's because the NTD is operating. I feel like my senses are much sharper. What's this vaguely uncomfortable feeling? I wouldn't worry about that, dude. So hopefully this will be enough to allow me to take out... Cow! Dog cow! Wait, no. Do I have bullseye? Yeah, I do, okay. Hopefully this lets me take you out. Yes! Okay. Shoot out Ashta and Londo Bell. There's gonna be payback for this. Well, that's exactly the mindset that causes this conflict to drag on and on. Why is that so hard to understand? Well said. Okay. So I feel like now would be a good time to let you guys come out. So I can do this to try to make sure that these guys don't get defeated. Okay. So... let's see, it shouldn't be... because yeah, we have everybody ganging up on you, dude. You are not surviving this turn. Like, dude, you have 6 people jumping you. I don't know what to tell you, but that's gotta hurt bad. I mean, to be fair, like, I could be using Angie, but... okay. Let's see if this will allow her to get the kill. Oh, nice, she did. Let's go. What a horrible situation. There's no way I can face a commander like this. I won't soon forget this hideous humiliation. That purple unit, that's the guard captain of Neo Zeon. You're sure well informed, Tetsuya. Yeah, well, I've been collecting info on Neo Zeon after all. Alright, so let's see. Okay, I mean, you do have charge, which is a good thing. That means I can actually use these. Yeah, Amuro, you didn't do much damage to him at all. Ah, well. So what's interesting is that Double Invincible Assault is now, like, second in terms of damage. Okay, so let's use Spirit. And again, like, this guy is primarily our main obstacle. Okay, I do have enough for Excel this turn. Then, I can use Iron Wall. Because Iron Wall is a very good Spirit command, as it lets you take only 75% of damage from any attack that's launched at you during the turn. Which is a really nice thing, because let's face it, like, that is so much better than, Persist, which is only for one attack. Alright, and then you attack Zambot 3. Alright. And that is finally the stage. This is as far as it goes. Garen Sierra's retreat! And joining up with Merida after we pull out. So it's over, eh? Still, I just can't believe it! The idea that Gamillans and Neo Zeon would join forces. Well, you know, we joined forces too. They basically just did the same thing. But all that did is cause the war here to pick up speed. In short, it was a partnership of evildoers. Leaving aside Gamillans for a minute, conflict between Neo Zeon and the Earth Federation isn't really a matter of good versus evil. So the reality is that, as things stand, this is set to get much worse. Well, since the other side called in outside help, outside help on this side better pitch in too. And that would be us, right? At the very least, we can no longer presume that we are uninterested bystanders. We appreciate your cooperation, Londo Bell. It would be great to fight alongside you guys again. Look, don't get any funny ideas. Understand that in order to turn the situation around, we need force. Overwhelming force. Alright then, see you around! That's Mr. Yazan, right? Looks like he's back with the Federation forces. Apparently toward the end he said something. Well, you know, the guys in the regular army want to appropriate the independent unit, Londo Bell, and use it as part of their own firepower. So they basically threatened him. And after he saved them as well. Those guys are really shameless. Commander Okita, the situation has changed. We are no longer unrelated to this conflict. I see. In that case, let's contact Londo Bell and join them. After all, that Nahel Argama is also the ship that all of us were on. If Neo Zeon is sending in ground forces, then we've got no time to waste. You okay, Banneker? Yeah, more or less. That Gundam must be weighing on his mind. And as you can see, thanks to precedent, instead of 50 attack points, we've got 100. Which is a very good thing, by the way. Commander Amuro! Chan? Chan Agi! Wow, a commander in the flesh! I'm sorry. Forgive me for causing you concern. No problem. It's enough that you're alive and that I was able to meet you again. Quite a relief, right, Chan? It sure is, Hathaway, and I'm glad that you're okay too. The Sheik Gundam that I was entrusted with, I somehow managed to bring it back in one piece. Chan and Hathaway. They've both moved on about quests, or at least they're trying to. Chan, were you assigned to the Nahel Argama after we came down to Earth to search for the Danan and Hathaway? Yes, I was, so that I could tune the new Gundam. That Gundam with the horn, eh? Oh, the unicorn, right? It looks pretty cool. Chan, that Gundam, it's just as the commander surmised. The unicorn's entire movable frame is composed of the Psycho Frame. Does that mean Anaheim analyzed the capabilities of the Psycho Frame? No. The higher-ups of the Earth Federation forces who saw that miracle light that surrounded Axis had it created in the hopes of seeing the light again. To think that they'd get involved with the Psycho Frame for such an arbitrary reason! That really is incredible! That must have even more power than the new Gundam! And that guy there, he's the pilot, eh? Good job, Banneker. Anaheim has decided to entrust the unicorn to you. Does that mean I'm being ordered to fight again? Zeon is going to target that full Psycho Frame unicorn. It's almost definitely going to be necessary to fight in order to protect it. Just please let me think about it. I look forward to a positive response. Who's that guy over there? That's Alberto Vist. He's an executive at Anaheim, and apparently, he's responsible for the Unicorn Development Plan. That Banneker. It seems he's not a soldier. He's a student who was living on Industrial 7. By twist of fate, ended up being the pilot of the Unicorn. Since he was registered as the pilot, nobody but him can actually operate the Unicorn. He seems to be extremely gifted. Well, if he's got Amuro's seal of approval, he should work out just fine. Still, there is some amount of risk involved. Watching him kinda reminds me of Camille. Camille, eh? Where are you headed to, Judao? I'm gonna go introduce myself to him. Banneker. Audrey. This ship emerged unharmed, thanks to your fighting prowess. Still, now that our firepower is in place, I don't think you'll have to do any fighting. That is true, but still. Hey, there's no reason for that kind of talk. Huh? Well, I'm not familiar with the details, but wasn't he fighting in order to protect you? You know about that? Only in very vague terms. I'm Judao Ashta. It's nice to meet you. I'm Banneker Lynx. It's nice to meet you too. What is it? you like to try riding that Gundam? The unicorn? What are you talking about, Audrey? Yao Ashta, the pilot who defeated Haman Karn. The insight and sensitivity that he showed before. He just might be able to channel the power of that Gundam in the right direction. We are finally done with this episode. I'll see all of you in the next one. Goodbye!